Hey everybody, it's Greg again. It's another edition of Unbreakable the podcast. It is Thursday, December the 5th. And so before we're going to talk about Eagles today, give you my Eagles prediction for Sunday. We're going to talk a little bit of Phillies. See them all geared up here. We're going to talk a little 76ers. Why, I don't know. But before we do, couple of things. Number one, of course, we can't forget our patron saint of this fine podcast. Bud, there he is. Bud himself, the big guy, the Budmeister. Yes, we miss him and we love him. Look at that smile, huh? Yeah, needs a little orthodontic work there, but that's the other one. He's good. He's good. And the other day, talk about getting into the Christmas spirit. We went to see the Christmas show at the American Music Theater in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. What a show. What a show. I would say if you live around this area, Philadelphia, Lancaster, you should go to this show. It's a great show. It'll get you into the Christmas spirit. But no matter where you're watching from, you should go if sometimes you feel a little blue around this time of the season. Maybe things have happened in your life during the year. You miss loved ones. You know, that's understandable. But if you need a little pick me up, you need to get into the Christmas spirit, need to cheer up a little, you should go to one of these Christmas shows because that's what they're for. They're not only there to entertain you, they're there to lift your spirits and give you a little hope and inspiration. So went to the Christmas show. It was sort of like a 1940s themed show, The music was traditional Christmas music, both carols and like pop Christmas songs, White Christmas. So, but the costumes were great. The wardrobe was like the 1940s, 1950s, and the hairstyle. It was pretty cool. So it was like going back in time, like when the Christmas story, Ralphie, don't shoot your eye out, that kind of thing. So, uh, I was just thinking, are you watching any Christmas movies this year? Uh, Elf is a great movie. Uh, A Christmas Story with Ralphie, great movie. Uh, A Christmas Carol. I like the one with Alistair Sim. I think that's the best one. But I have to say, my all-time favorite Christmas movie of all time is Miracle on 34th Street. Not the new stuff that they have now. That's not good. The old one, with Edmund Quinn, Santa Claus, Chris Kringle, and the beautiful Maureen O'Hara. Oh my God. And that cast back then, it's what a story. It's about Christmas and commercialism and how people just don't believe anymore in certain things. And like this guy who pretends to be Santa Claus or who thinks he's Santa Claus shows up in New York City. And he tries to change attitudes. People are very cynical about Christmas and different things that they believe in. And he shows up in New York and he just changes all kinds of attitudes. And it's just a fun movie. It's funny, it's touching, it's kind of old fashioned. And so if you get a chance, put on Miracle on 34th Street, whatever, 43rd, whatever, doesn't matter. Maybe we'll do that movie next week, huh? And the movie of the week, maybe we'll talk about Miracle on 34th Street. We'll talk about different things about the movie, how it was made, different trivia, you know. Uh, maybe we'll do that. So, maybe. Anyway, so let's talk about that. All right, so Sunday I have a game at 1 o'clock. A very rare 1 o'clock game. So in that move against the Carolina Panthers. the Panthers stick with me. If the Eagles can't take this game for home, they can't look ahead to next week. When they play Pittsburgh. That's a big game. They're playing the Steelers and the big game. Can't look ahead to because the Eagles have to keep an eye on the prize because the prize is the #1 seed. It's pretty much a foregone conclusion that the Eagles are in the winning series. Pretty much. They would have to have a total collapse, kind of like last year, for him not to win the East. Winning the East means you get a slot in the playoffs, one of the top 4 seeds, and a home game, at least one home game. So, but the island of prize is the #1 seed because you get the bye in the first round. You get home field advantage all the way through the playoffs. You're playing in front of your own fans in your kind of weather, cold, maybe snowy. And you get teams like Detroit will have to play outside. Out of their 17 games, Detroit is playing 14 of them indoors. 14. The Lions are a really good team, and they're playing tonight. They're playing at home against the Packers, which should be a heck of a game. But if you get the Lions outside, it's a different story. All of a sudden, there's wind to contend with. Imagine having to play football on a day like this, where the wind is 40 miles an hour out there, gusty. And you got the cold, and maybe you have some snow, and all of a sudden, all those fast receivers and really fast running backs that the Lions have, they're not so fast because they're slipping and sliding on the snowy, icy grass, turf, So you want to get the Lions in Philadelphia. And the way to do that is keep winning. Keep on winning. Lions have to lose sooner or later. Maybe they'll lose tonight. They also have to play the Bills. That's no piece of cake either for the Lions. So Lions have a tougher schedule than the Eagles. The Eagles have 5 games left in the regular season, and 4 of them are home games. And Eagles are going to be playing a lot of teams that pretty much will have given up at the beginning. Giants, Cowboys, Panthers this week. So Eagles need to keep their eye on the prize. I think, and the Birds at times have been known to play down to their opponents. And remember that game against Jacksonville that Jacksonville was won? Eagles ran off to a 22-0 lead, and then Jacksonville come back. So I envision something like that similar happening. Eagles get off to a big lead, and this time they got a whole lot. I think they're going to score a lot of points. I think it's going to be like 38-10, maybe. But the thing is, Saquon Barkley making his case for MVP. Now, I don't know if he's going to win it or not, because most valuable player award usually doesn't go to a running back. The last running back to win the MVP was back in 2010, and that was the guy from Minnesota. He's got his own dudes. I'll tell you what, Barkley can make a really good case for himself to win the MVP because he's playing Carolina this week. Carolina has the worst run defense in the entire NFL. Adrian Peterson, that was the guy who last running back to win the MVP. See, old companies sooner or later, it just takes a little while. Now that I'm like 138 years old, the wires are crossing. Yeah, sometimes you look at the signal and the GP and stitching in and then 2 seconds, kick a little bit running up. That's the move. So, anyway, so Barkley rushing against the worst team in football defending the run. I mean, he should go nuts this weekend. As long as the Eagles keep feeding him the ball. Don't get cute. Just keep giving Barkley the ball. Then don't forget, I mean, the Steelers have a really good pass and run. Yeah, pass and run defense. They're playing that soon. But then after that, the Cowboys, the Giants, even the Commanders, not so good against the run. So Barkley can really make the case for himself to win the MVP and help the Eagles win, right? So I don't know. I just think the Eagles are due to blow a team out. And just like the Raiders used to always say back in the day, just win, baby. Al Davis. Just win, baby. And that's what the Eagles need to do, but they haven't blown out a team in a long, long time. So again, I'm looking for maybe a 38-10 win, And don't forget, I mean, Barkley should have a big day, but the Panthers secondary sucks too. AJ Brown should feast on this team. Feast. So it depends which way do you want to go. You want to run with Saquon, pound the ball all day, or do you want to air it out and let AJ Brown have a big day? It looks like Devontae Smith is probably going to be out this week too, which is good news for those. So I look for a big Eagles victory on Sunday, 38-10 maybe, and we'll see what happens. Phillies. Next week is a big week for the Phillies. It is the winter meetings, and this is where a lot of trades go down between Monday and Thursday. Free agent signings, trades, a lot of groundwork is set for future trades after the new year, but a lot gets done during the winter instead. We know what the Phillies need, right? Number one, they need to improve that outfield. They're just not good enough. Center field is still a wasteland. I mean, between Rojas, who can't hit a lick, all these other guys that tried to fill in, they need a solid center field. Don't forget, think about all those great Philly teams in the past. 1980, strong up the middle, Bob Boone catcher, Danny Trio second base, Larry Bell shortstop, Gary Maddox, the secondary defense, Roman center field. 2008, Phillies win the World Championship, strong up the middle. Carlos Chooch Ruiz, catcher. Chase Utley, second base. Jimmy Rollins, Shane Victorino, Fly Hawaii, patrolling center field. So my point is this: all the great Philly teams in the past, and that it's an old adage, but it's still true. If you are strong up the middle, you are strong. Okay? Not that you don't need power at the corners, first and second base. Not that you don't need a good left fielder and a right fielder. But if you're strong up the middle, that's where your defense is, right there, center field, the keystone combination, the double play combination, shoot second. You're catching solid. And the Phillies can be strong up the middle. We've seen JT Realmuto, even though he is getting older, aren't we all? And he's not as good at the plate anymore. He may be wearing down a little bit defensively. I don't think he's definitely going to be playing a lot of games this year. If he plays 100, 135 games this year, that's great. You need a solid backup catcher because he's getting older. You know, he can't take the wear and tear of being a catcher every single freaking day. So, but you still have J2. You've got Trey Turner, shortstop. He's got to pick it up. I mean, come on, Trey Turner. Where is that MVP type of guy when we get him? When we signed you as a free agent? That 340 hitter, right? Challenging for a batting career. Stealing 50 bases a year, right? Playing good defense. Not to be spectacular. Just make the routine plays. And then you have Bryson Stott. What happened to him last year? He definitely took a turn for the reverse. Why? Because at the plate, he was trying to hit home runs all the time. He was swinging too hard, trying to lift the ball, trying to hit home runs, and what he was doing was striking. Bryson Stott, get back to what you were before, like the Beatles. Get back, get back, get back to what you were before, which is hitting wide drives, using your speed, trying to hit the gap through doubles. Well, a guy like Bryson Stott should be leading doubles. Then you've got center field. Who knows? I mean, the Phillies really need a center fielder. Now, here's the thing. They have this Justin Crawford coming up. He's only 20 years old. He was a former #1 draft pick. He's supposedly going to be your future leadoff hitter, your future center fielder. Like his old man, Carl Crawford, who was a great defensive center fielder, had a lot of speed for the Red Sox and the Tampa Bay Rays. Crawford's the same type of player. I don't understand why the Phillies are talking about maybe trading him, including him in some deals, because they need a center fielder, and he is a center fielder. Duh. So anyway, #1, they have to fix the outfield. It looks like Bryce Harper's not going back to the outfield. It would be nice if he did. That would fill the right field spot, but no. Because I think it'd be much easier to fill the first base spot. There are more first basemen out there that you could get, even to stopgap first baseman, like Christian Walker or Paul Goldschmidt. Because you know what? Nick Castellanos is good, and he was probably their most consistent hitter at the end of last year. I just think this Nick Castellanos should do it so much more. He's got the potential. He's just so hot and cold. When he's on the streak, nobody can pitch to him. When he's not on the streak, he is flailing for balls in the dirt. He is fishing, and he is striking again and again. Brandon Marsh is not the answer in left field. I don't care how much the young girls love his hair, and I don't care. I don't care. When we traded Logan O'Hoppe, our future catcher for him, it's a bad deal. I said it at the time because all Brandon Marsh was, and really still is a part-time player. He's a fourth outfielder at best. He's showing you why he wasn't playing every day with the Angels. He's just not good enough. So #1, the Phillies need to revamp their outfield. #2, they need to rebuild their bullpen because they sucked in the playoffs. And really, if you think about it, the bullpen wasn't what they should have been even down the stretch. And you may not have Jeff Hoffman coming back. He's on the market. He's probably going to command big money to be a closer soon. Or maybe even a starting pitcher. So you might lose Jeff Hoffman. Got to rebuild the bullpen. And #3, you have to have a better backup catcher than Garrett Stubbs. Garrett Stubbs comes in and gives you nothing. He can't hit. Defensively, he's shaky. All he can do is bunt, literally. That's all he could do is bunt and party. You need more because, again, JT Realmuto is going to be playing as many games like he used to. So you got to improve the backup catching spot, and you got to improve the bench. You really. And yeah, and even though we have a solid starting rotation, the Phillies are talking about adding to the starting rotation. Oh yeah, you never have enough pitching. That is true. Guys get hurt. But there are a lot of other needs on this team, which I hope GM Dave Dombrowski starts to address next week. He has gone 2 years without really doing anything to improve the team, anything worthwhile. So he needs to pull the trigger on some stuff. That's why he's here, to get the team over. So let's see what happens. So next week's going to be an interesting week for the Phillies and for all Major League Baseball. Hot stove season, where you've got a lot of trades going down, a lot of rumors out there. So it's always a lot of fun. But this is where teams start to build their team for the next season, down the road, for the future. They start to lay the groundwork for being headed run. And no matter what happens to the Phillies this coming season, and hopefully they'll repeat again and they'll win the National League East. It's not going to matter until we get to the playoffs, because this team has not lived up to expectations in the postseason for 2 years already. So, there's always going to be that cloud hanging over the Phillies that, okay, you may win 95 games, you may win the NL East, you may get into the playoffs, but what's going to happen once you get into the playoffs? Are you going to choke again? And that's the way it is. That's the way it's going to be until the Phillies themselves prove that they're not going to cheat. So, last thing, Sixers played last night, pathetic, and lost again. Orlando Magic is just so much better. They were sort of toying with the Sixers all night. Yeah, like a cat plays with its food, 20. The Sixers are just pathetic. When you can't get Embiid on the court because of his knees, or because of personal reasons. We don't know if he's going to play tomorrow. Orlando is staying over and playing the Sixers again. This is one of your NBA things where they're trying to save money, and so they have a team play back-to-back games in the city in order to save the money, save the travel expense. So Orlando will be playing in Philly tomorrow, and Orlando team, good young team. What I wouldn't give for some of these young players, like Franz Wagner and his brother Mo Wagner, and good young players, Not what we have. We have mostly a bunch of old, worn out, used up players. Can't get NBA on the court. Paul George can't play back-to-back games, God forbid. Maxey isn't what he used to be. But how can you play Maxey? He has no support. He feels like he has to do it all by himself. But I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all. Jeremy Kane looks like he's a keeper, good rookie. But, this team needs so much more. The bench sucks. The coach sucks. The general manager sucks. It's a great time to be asking for a new arena, isn't it? Okay. Last thing. This crazy baseball commissioner, what the hell is wrong with him? He wants to implement another goofy move. He's calling it the golden at-bat. Not to be confused with a golden shower. No. Although, when you think about it, it's kind of the same thing. Because what a stupid idea. You've got, he wants to make it that one time a game, you could implement the golden at-bat, which means that one time a game, you can send anybody up in your lineup to the plate. Anybody. So here's the perfect scenario, right? 1 out in the 9th inning, bases are loaded. Johan and Todd, the other team has their best relief pitcher They strike Otani out. The crowd goes wild. Wow, we got by Otani. We have hopes of getting out and getting and winning the game, right? No, 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 no. They call timeout. Dodgers say we want to use the golden at bat rule. And they decide that Otani is going to hit again. That's right. Otani's going to hit back to back. He's going to hit again because he's our best hitter and we want him up again with the bases loaded. That's how stupid this is. So you have a team who's using their best relief pitcher is really on a high because he just struck out the great Shohei Ohtani, and now he has to face him again. The hell is that? Yeah, a lot of great baseball moments is because of the unexpected. It's when somebody rises up, let's say a 220 hitter, and steps up to the plate, 2 outs in the ninth, bases loaded, and that 220 hitter gets a single to win the game. Those are the moments you remember. Those are the great moments in baseball. So this commissioner, he already forced the stupid ghost runner rule on us, where in extra innings, instead of playing out the extra innings like normal, they start a guy off, a runner off at second base to start the inning. Why? Because millennials are too anxious. They don't want to sit there for extra innings. They have other shit to do. They need to get home. Well, if that's true, then don't go to the freaking ball game, right? I mean, what the hell? But they want baseball to be played at a rapid pace. So they have this stupid ghost run rule, which this commissioner has a they have all these other rule changes. Not the only one that's been good the last few years is the pitch clock. It forces the pitchers to throw the ball sooner so they don't stand around with a bit on wasting time. And it has sped up the game quite a bit. But you're talking about this gimmicky stuff of changing the game with a golden at bat. It's just stupid. This commissioner, he's not only a stupid guy, he's a weak guy. It goes way back to when the Astros were cheating in the World Series back in 2018, 2019. And the commissioner doesn't really penalize these Astros. It just sort of like a slap on the wrist. They get to keep their World Championship. None of the players are really suspended. It's just a stupid guy. And now he wants to implement the golden at that. Jesus. What's funny? A lot of former major league players are taking offense and voicing their opinion. And not one has been for the golden rule. In fact, Gary Sheffield, I remember Sheffield. He played for the Mets, he played for the Marlins. He did hit the Brewers. He made this analogy. The golden at bat in baseball would be like in the NBA, give the best shooter from 2-foot shot. He gives nobody's in his way. When I was trying to block a shot, he gets an open 3-foot look at the end of the game to win the game. And that's basically what baseball looks into. Yeah, gimmicks. If you have to resort to gimmicks to give people something to talk about in baseball, baseball's cooked. Baseball has gone all this time without using all these cheap rules that this guy is trying to force on the fans. It's a disgrace. So hopefully that never makes it to Major League Baseball. But that's what they said about the ghost runner. Oh, we'll try it in the minor leagues, but it'll never get to the major leagues. Oh, really? So, you know, let's see what happens. Should be interesting. Well, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening to the show. I hope everybody has a great day today. Peace and love. Um, Tune in tomorrow. Probably be on. Maybe talk a little weekend football and whatever else is going on in the world. And don't forget, we will have another movie classic in a week soon. Um, I hope you are enjoying the one that we have now. We've done about 4 movies so far, and we've all had really good responses. The Wizard of Oz is the latest movie that we talked about. So it's up there on my page for X. Just go there and find the link, or go to YouTube, my favorite channel in the entire world, and look for all my old episodes on my channel, which was called Unbreakable Spirits with the S. And you'll be able to find all 450 some past episodes. So, everybody, take care and have a great day. And stay warm and dry. And we'll see you soon. Don't forget.